Life of Muhammad. 21. The day the two big armies met. Battle of Badr. Second year after emigration. Permission to fight has been given to those who are being fought because they were wronged. And indeed, Allah is able to give them victory. Those who have been evicted from their homes without right only because they say, "Our Lord is Allah, God." Quran 22:39. By now, the Quraysh elite had kept the houses and wealth of the Muslims who had fled to Medina. But they knew the Prophet would return to Mecca in the future. And so, they were planning of ways to stop the Prophet from becoming a strong player in the Arabian Peninsula. They had friends in Medina who gave them updates on the Prophet's activities. The Prophet also had spies in Mecca. Mecca and Medina were at war, and both sides knew it. His uncle Abbas would update him what the Quraysh was deciding in their secret meetings. The preemptive strike. Before the Quraysh could do anything, the Prophet himself decided to do a preemptive strike on the Quraysh. He would take back the wealth the Quraysh stole from the believers in Mecca by attacking Quraysh's trading routes. The Battle of Al-Ashara. The first significant expedition even though no blood was shed was the Battle of Al-Ashara. The Prophet took around 300 companions to attack the mother of all Quraysh caravans. This is the yearly caravan that Quraysh sent up to Syria. The same caravan Prophet Muhammad would trade in when he was just 25 years old. The caravan had to travel past northern Medina to get to Syria. It contained a lot of wealth, it had in it at least 80 camels, holding 75% of the wealth of Mecca. Anyone who had money would invest in this caravan. The leader of the caravan from Mecca was Abu Sufyan. The Prophet and his small army chased the caravan, but they missed it. Because one of Abu Sufyan's scouts had seen the army approaching from afar. So Abu Sufyan went onto another secret route. He sent an emergency message to the Quraysh leaders that Muhammad and his men were coming to attack their caravan. This made the Quraysh elite furious, and they prepared an army of 1,000 men to face the Prophet's army in a major battle called the Battle of Badr. Battle of Badr. The Quraysh set off with 1,000 men to a place called Badr. The Prophet heard of this and he took his 300 lightly armed men there too. He did not back down because he knew this was destined for him. The two armies faced each other. The Quraysh soldiers were reluctant because they knew they would be facing their own tribe people, the Muslims from Quraysh in battle. The believers however knew it was a battle of faith. The Prophet said to his followers, "Race to the forgiveness of your Maker and a garden of paradise which is as wide as the universe and earth, promised to those who believe in God and his messengers." Quran 57:21. The believers rushed to the Quraysh and fought fiercely against them. They killed all the elite leaders of Quraysh who had tortured God's messenger and the believers in Mecca. Most of Quraysh began to drop their armor and weapons and fled back to Mecca. Others were taken as prisoners. And the believers returned back to Medina with a huge morale boost. No one could believe that a small army of Muhammad had won the most powerful tribe in Arabia. This boosted the respect of Prophet Muhammad in the sight of the Arabs. He was now a major player to be contended with in Arabia. The Prophet did not boast about his victory. He praised God and he knew this was not the end. Quraysh would return again the next year. The Battle of Uhud, third year after emigration. Quraysh had now lost its entire elite leadership. The people who would torture the believers had all been destroyed. Abu Sufyan was now the new leader of Mecca. The Quraysh wanted to regain its lost respect. So this time Abu Sufyan prepared 3,000 men who would march towards Medina. Prophet Muhammad was informed of this and prepared 1,000 men. Abu Sufyan wanted to destroy the pure city of Medina. So the Prophet set off with his men to a mountain near Medina called the Mountain of Uhud. He placed 50 archers on this mountain and told them to never move from it even if birds come down to eat the dead bodies of Muslims. He then lined the rest of the army in lines, like a conventional army. The Quraysh came running to the Prophet's army in big numbers. The Prophet said, "O Allah, God, we put you in front of us and we seek your protection from their evil." The Prophet himself rushed into the heat of battle. Ali, the cousin of the Prophet was a brave man, he said, "We would hide behind the Prophet in the intense moments of battle." The believers repelled every attack of the Quraysh, but they gained many martyrs too. The Prophet promised that the martyr would go to paradise directly because he gave up his own life seeking the pleasure of God. So God will please him in return. A companion of Prophet Muhammad said, "When we fought them at Uhud they turned and fled. Until I saw with my own eyes the legs of the women running up the mountains and I can see their ankle bracelets." Meaning. They were lifting their skirts above their ankles to run up the mountain. Even though the Muslims would never harm the Quraysh's women in battle. The men of Quraysh were dropping their weapons and fleeing. The women of Quraysh were also fleeing. The twist of fate. Some believers started to pick up the weapons dropped by Quraysh. It was a culture at that time for warriors to keep whatever wealth they collected in battle. The 50 men on the mountain saw the other Muslims collecting all these valuable weapons and they started to feel jealous. Will they keep all this wealth while we are stuck here on this mountain doing nothing? Some of them ran off the mountain to collect the weapons too. Others remained because the messenger of God commanded them to stay on the mountain until he himself told them to come down. The prophet himself was involved in the battle, so much chaos was going on and he had to decide yet what to do, but the archers already had started running off the mountain. These archers were in the most strategic positioning within the battle and now they were running away from it without permission. A horseman from the Quraysh called Khalid bin al-Waleed had 50 skilled horsemen behind him and was watching the chaos unfold. He saw his tribe of Quraysh fleeing, but he remained where he was. Suddenly he noticed the mountain of Uhud becoming empty from the skilled archers. This was his perfect opportunity. He raced ahead to the mountain and killed the remaining 10 archers, then he told the fleeing Quraysh army to come back to battle. They could win now. The Quraysh then returned back and re-attacked the Muslims. The believers were scattered everywhere and even the prophet was attacked, his face was cut and he lost a tooth. He fell into a ditch. Someone shouted Muhammad has died. The believers were shocked. Some fled, others sat down, not knowing what to do, and others said, we will die for the same thing God's messenger died. They kept fighting till they too were martyred. When Prophet Muhammad woke up, his companions took him to a mountain and they took cover there. The Quraysh felt satisfied that they had got their revenge, so they did not climb the mountain to finish the believers off. It would be too difficult for them to battle on a mountain. So instead, Abu Sufyan said, is Muhammad alive? The believers replied, yes. Abu Sufyan said, this battle is a payback for our previous battle. We are now equal. Omar, a companion of Prophet Muhammad replied, no, our dead are in paradise and your dead are in a fire.